Greetings. This is August 7th at just after 4 a.m. This is a shot of the chasm from the eastern wall, and it has a very similar terrain to what the crews are facing over on the eastern flank. So this is why they can't get machinery in around that area at the Dead Man River, and why crews have to go in and hand guard it. I just want to express a great deal of gratitude to our iron women and iron men over there who are making the sacrifice to protect our forests. I want to say we received a call back from Perry, thankfully, and at 8:24, he said it's burning miles on top of the ridge. It's very dark and smoky. All of a sudden, there is a bit of a change in the wind, and there is fire up in the bush. And I appreciate that update, Perry. Thank you very much. I just want to show you this telephone number, star quad 5 or 1-800-663-5555. That's the BC wildfire info. If you see what looks like fire, give these guys a shout. They've got a coordinated team and they're going to get you the response you want right away. So I just want to put that up there. I'm sure everybody knows it, but in case you didn't. Okay, let's take a look at the stats. Last one was 22,860 for the hotspots and 131,589 for the hectares. And we got the new update at 10:30, there you are, 10:37 p.m. PST, 23,256 hotspots and 131,954 hectares. So we're looking at 396 or almost 400 new hotspots. And I'm going to suggest a lot of that is patterning. And we have approximately 365 more hectares burned. And again, check at the TNRD website, because this is information that I'm getting off of a satellite calculation. It's the people that are coordinating the fire response that actually have an official perimeter, and they know how many hectares they're looking at. So back at 2:30 p.m. PST, this was the fire perimeter and the activity that was occurring. Now we'll roll over to the latest information that I received before starting this update. You can see the perimeter has not significantly changed. We are getting a few of those sparks that are being thrown out from the high intensity areas, and that's where the focus of the firefighting is going on right now. Let's just scroll up a little bit and give you a size comparison. That's the Gustafson Lake fire north that occurred near 100 Mile House, and below is the Elephant Hill fire that began in the Ashcroft area and has moved its way almost adjacent to 70 Mile House on the northeast side. You're still 8 kilometers away from 70 Mile House, that fire line. And it's just to give you a comparison of the size. This is a very large territory. If there's anyone in the lower mainland watching, I'm going to guess it's like between, it would start in Maple Ridge and go all the way to Vancouver. Now we'll take off that perimeter layer, and this is the infrared that was active for the last 24, 12, and 6-hour periods as of 10:36 PST. So that is where the battle is on. And we can take away that 24-hour period, And now in the 12 hours prior to 10 o'clock, that is where new infrared data showed up. So that's where the intensity is. The fight is focusing around the Clinton area, just to the south and up on the hillside. We're looking at that area between Maiden Creek, Robertson Creek, at the Highway 99, Highway 97 junction. We're looking at the southeast above Highway 1, the eastern flank south of Hyheum, and we're looking at that portion of the fire that was encroaching upon the Deadman River area to the southwest of Vedette. Also on the northeast flank, there's some major activity still going on there. Now we're going to roll over to the 6-hour map. There it is, to see where the latest infrared is showing up. And there's nothing. That is a wonderful sight to see in the 6-hour update. So between about 5 p.m. yesterday, 11 p.m. yesterday, that's the new infrared. I'm going to interpret that as a pretty good sign for that period. Okay, jumping in, Clinton, this is what's going on the side of the hill to the south of Clinton, to the southwest, and on the east side of Highway 97. And this is the work at the top of the hill. And you can see a few outlying hot spots, but most of it is pattern burning. Now, going down to Highway 97, Highway 99, that looks like a fight is on there. A lot of random infrared gives me an indication that they're still containing pockets of intensity. There is that patterned overlay that suggests that they're developing control in the area. They're eliminating a lot of the dry and dead brush. Here is the southeast corner of the fire perimeter, and I used that area around Soton Lake as a measuring stick to see how much intensity there is, and I'm seeing the patterned infrared over top of the random pockets. Now we're moving up the east flank. This is the area that I was talking about at the beginning of the video, where there's rough terrain. We can see that those pockets are also being slowly isolated. Now moving up, we'll take a look at the upper Loon Lake area, and that encroachment of infrared that was moving near the Hudson Bay Lakes area. This is southwest of Vedette, and on the right hand side of your screen you can see the terrain change. That's the Deadman River, and over top we see all the patterning, and just between Upper Loon Lake and Loon Lake we can see that randomness. So that's an intensity area that's being fought right now. Now we're looking at the northeast flank. This is that corner, and again just being hammered with patterned strategic removal of fuel around those intensity areas. Okay, there is the chasm as of 10:36 p.m. yesterday, and that looks wonderful. That's good news for the chasm, good news for 70 Mile House and Big Bar. Now, again, a disclaimer, I am not a professional satellite data analyst. I am looking at infrared hotspots as indicated during a time period from a satellite system, and there's a lot of variables at play. There could be smoldering material, it could be blocked by smoke, by sun, by weather conditions. This is the data that we're seeing on the screen. Okay, let's go back, look at the overall. So there's the areas that they're working on. Those are those little dots are icons. They could represent something as small as a tree, as large as an acre, and they could potentially be 500 meters to a kilometer off from their displayed position. So here's the weather pattern, and that's that big cyclonic action that's been spinning off the coast, and it's been almost working against the weather pattern off in Alberta. And the BC interior is right in the middle, and we're in a state of doldrums right now, and there's not a lot of wind action. It's variable, it's slow, and it's probably ideal conditions right now for fighting fires. And I'm going to make a speculation that that's why we're seeing a lot of improvement right now, that the winds are benefiting the crews. They're consistent in most areas. We still have those gullies, gulches, and that will cause variation and smoke settling in where you may be. So you want to keep aware of your position. You want to know your escape routes. It's an active wildfire. I've got no statistics on how much containment there is. Last I heard 30%. When it's 100% contained, I will relax. On the weather outlook, I'm seeing low winds, that's 4 kilometers an hour coming from the west northwest. There is some high overcast sky above the layer of smoke. That may be why it's so dark. There is a hint of precipitation. However, I'm mainly concerned about lightning potential, and there's that link below to the Fire Map Plus system. They've got layers for infrared and a layer for lightning occurrences. So you might want to check that out and get a gauge on where lightning may occur and the intensity of that. My main concern is down at the end of the week, Friday, a change in the winds. It's been indicated it keeps on getting pushed back a day, so just be aware of that it may change and start flowing from the south. So I'm looking at a second model here on Windy, and it confirms some high overcast and the potential for a wind change picking up in velocity slightly and coming from the south. So if we can get that northern flank out, this will benefit the firefighters on the southern flank. They've been doing an awesome job while the wind's been working against them. This is a chance for them to have the advantage. So the next 3 or 4 days will be critical for the crews working on the north, northwest, and northeast areas. Also, I'd like to express gratitude to one of our viewers, Nunu, who's in sort of a meditative council with the rain systems and encouraging them to come and visit our area. And looking at the overcast sky, the hint of precipitation, I'll say, Nunu, it seems to be working. Don't stop now. Tell them to come on down. Also, there's a bit of a discussion going on one of the videos. Beta has requested if I could put the closed captioning on the videos. I went to a PC, I went through all the videos, I selected closed captioning, and the little CC symbol popped up on all the videos, and I'm wondering if anyone else can see that closed caption symbol. She's not having success with it, and it breaks my heart because I want her to get this information, and she's having a little difficulty getting the audio portion. So if anyone has any ideas, I'm on an Android. I can't see those CC symbols. I I'm not sure. It's beyond my technical capabilities. So if you have any ideas out there, maybe you could jump into that discussion and give us, point us in the right direction. Thank you very much. Now, this is the big bar cam. We're seeing that smoke. It's being forced down to the ground by low winds and some humidity above us. It's probably very muggy. I don't know if you can get near a fan. Uh, it's it's not it's it might be good for firefighting and suppression, but it's certainly not good if you are susceptible to atmospheric conditions and smoke. So we're looking at a change maybe on Friday, and it'll come up from the south and give us some fresh air. So hang in there. We're doing good. I'm going to call this a good update. Our crews are on top of it, and if you excuse my language, they're kicking butt.